Today is September 15, 2025. I am Claudio Soprano. This is a blog, and here we go. What if I tell you that there is a free tool to practice telepathy that is driven by an intelligent system, more advanced than our current AI? When I'm practicing visualizations and visual channeling, I am using an intelligent system. The way that I interact with this intelligent system is telepathically. I use imagination, thoughts, and intent to send information to the system as telepathic prompts. The system responds and generates a continuous stream. It perfectly generates a 3D render on the fly, instantaneously. It also makes instantaneous changes simultaneously in several parts of the area of the mental screen, and can even use multiple transparent layers and also run several windows with different content and a speed on each. Like in a computer, you can run several videos on different windows and watch them simultaneously. The system that generates our dreams works the same way as the system I was just talking about. I think it is actually the same system, since in multiple practice sessions, I transition between fully awake states, dreams, and OBEs. And the system works similarly in all of these states and transitions. I think that dreams are not separate from other phenomena, like channeling, remote viewing, astral projection, OBEs, etc. In dreams, there is channeling as well, because I use the word channeling. It means a communication with something or someone. Channeling involves sending and receiving information. Telepathy is also channeling. I think that dreams are not just dreams, and imagination is not just imagination. They are important components of an umbrella of experiences that I call non-physical experiences. All the experiences that I was previously talking about are non-physical experiences. Actually, all experiences are non-physical. We can make a distinction of experiences by using the term physical for the experiences that are in this game, in this physical universe. This game is also used as a school or as a training platform. I think this physical universe is a virtual reality. Seth, the non-physical entity channeled by Jane Roberts, was using the term camouflage. Darius J. Wright uses the term construct. Tom Campbell, author of the trilogy My Big Toe, or My Big Theory of Everything, uses the term virtual reality. I like the term used by Tom Campbell the best. I think that this physical universe is a virtual reality. Dreams are also virtual realities. I think that the subconscious mind is involved in the experience of dreams, but it is not the only source for the content of the dreams. I think that dreams are mainly created by intelligent systems, as I mentioned before. Your soul doesn't need to be in your body or in your head. In this sense, I agree with Tom Campbell. Like Tom Campbell, I don't think we are inside our bodies or inside our heads, but are rather in the non-physical, which is a consciousness system. Tom Campbell uses the term the LCS, the Large Consciousness System. In the movie Avatar, the original from 2009, the consciousness of the human managing the bioengineered avatar of the tall alien, Navi, is not inside the avatar. Usually, his human body is inside the military base. Regarding the prison planet and Lucian beliefs, I think that it's not something that happens to me, and I speculate that it may not happen to everybody. Most likely, maybe a few or nobody. What I don't know is if whether some beings are having some manipulation, which could be strong while in this physical reality. A good argument against the prison planet idea is that I think I have a good coaching team, which I usually call it as my team. My team has a considerable number of beings, including my higher self. My team also uses intelligent systems, which you could also call them advanced non-physical computers. I think that beings in the physical reality have different sizes and quality of coaching teams. It's like in tennis. I think that it wouldn't make sense for my team to not prevent me from a potential manipulation or a trap, soul trap in this reality. Also, like with elite ATP tennis players, the training can be intense sometimes, though some time for fun and happiness is allowed. If I am going through a lot in the physical one day, I usually tend to have experiences that are pleasant and can contain a very welcome pleasure. But I experience that my intellect, memory, and awareness is manipulated by my team so that I don't neglect my training in dreams. There is time for training and time for fun, vacation, pleasure, and happiness. My team regulates my experiences. Sometimes it gives me awesome experiences, other times it limits my experiences to maximize effectiveness in training. In the generation of content of dreams, I think that the system uses recorded information from my experiences and measurement of fear. The recorded information of my experiences is also later used for my recorded life. I think that we can see and re-experience parts of our lives as well as other lives, and also feel what others felt, and the positive and negative effects that actions caused on others, like in life reviews. Training against fear is very important. Fear does not need to be only typical fears, like being afraid of danger, but can also be lower level fears. For example, like being afraid of being seen naked, not performing well enough in some tasks, etc. If all of my dreams are lucid, I would tend to get away from dreams and do what I want, and not what I should train in. If I am lucid in a dream, I tend to exit the dream by flying up or sideways very fast, generate a strong acceleration that gets me outside the content of the dream and into the void. The void is not a place, it is a state of our being, of our consciousness. Tom Campbell uses the term point consciousness. His term point consciousness and the void are the same state. Another important aspect to mention is that VRs can generate different content for different observers. If somebody is experiencing the non-physical and see the entrance of a building that has a brown door, is going to say that the building has an entrance door that is brown. Without knowing, another experiences will see the door as black instead of brown, for example. If somebody said that went to one building and saw that the door was blue, and somebody has this information, it will most likely see the door as blue. Like that person read that information that the building was supposed to have a blue door. Let's say that somebody blocked that the door was blue and somebody goes to the building but sees the door as yellow without knowing about that blocked information. Then these two people may argue that about the door being blue or yellow. There shouldn't be an argument if you know this can happen. Like it happens when you customize the colors of a website. If you choose the default as dark theme, you will see a dark theme next time. People that chose a light theme will see a light theme. What you can try to change the colors and looks of things in the non-physical and see what happens. This was logged on September 15, 2025, 3:25 p.m.